Welcome back to the Man Green Gaming on YouTube. It is I, your host, the Man Green. Like I said, with the Man Green Gaming on YouTube and Man Green Gaming on Facebook. We are back with Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Everything Stormblood. We're trying to get to the story here so we can get to Shadowbringers. Trying to finish up the Omega raid here. Last we left off, we finished Sigma Escape, I think it was. Defeated Kafka? Yep. Defeated Kafka. Nero was badly injured. He's in the infirmary. Biggs and Wedge have been injured, so our numbers are dwindling here in the Ironworks manufacturing business. But we're going to continue on and finally face, or get to facing Omega here pretty quick. As we continue on and talk to Jesse. See what our next quest is going to be. In the beginning, there was chaos. Jesse greets you with a mix of enthusiasm and concern. Good timing, Calzerac. There's been another anomaly detected in the yawn. Assuming previous instances are anything to go by, the energy fluctuation is another of Omega's so-called invitations. If you don't mind waiting a moment or two, we can discuss things with Master Garmon. He should be here soon. The chief should be here by now. I bet my stock in his company he's filling with that research data. Well, I suppose I should explain if the chief might prefer me not to share. After your last run-in with Omega, Master Garmon had some research notes smuggled in for the Empire from Garmend. These notes are part of the Maesnown Garland legacy, who was, of course, the chief's father and Emperor's prime engineer. The incident in Bozo Citadel, do you know of it? Never heard of it. Bozo was Imperial Fortress City. There was a Midas constructed. It is there that Midas constructed the lunar transmitter, a device to communicate with the Dalmud. Emperor Sos ordered Midas to devise a means to destroy primals, and he so sought to harness the power of the Red Moon. The project was a failure. Oh, he succeeded in controlling Darmon, alright. But the immense energies emitted from the satellite vaporized not only the transmitter, but the entire town which it was built. And as you can imagine, the job of stifling through the rebels afterwards was no pleasant task. Master Garmo was slated to assume his father's position as head engineer. But this disaster, added to his opposition to the Empire's path to conquest, convinced him to abandon his homeland. The chief has wanted nothing to do with the lunar transmitter or the data used to create it, until now. I think he means to put the research to use in the conflict with Omega. In fact, given the time frame, there could be no other explanation. Listen to me, Calzerac. The chief's genius is plagued by a great deal of apprehension. But even so, once he makes a decision, he doesn't do things by halves. When the time comes, he'll come through for us. You have to believe that. Sorry I'm late. I was a little too focused on my work and lost all sense of time. That's no excuse, Chief. would have told you about being punctual to the staff meetings. In any case, I've shared the situation with the armed Kalzarak here. Good, then you know Omega's likely ready to continue with these tests. Shall we go knock on the door? But Chief, Biggs and Weds aren't fit for field work yet, and the Trojans gave Nero strict orders to stay in bed. What of Midgar's arm? Still taking his nap, is he? Alright, looks like it's just us. At least only you, Kalzarak, and Alpha. Maybe it's time I join the expedition. No, Jesse. I need your talents elsewhere. That half-built device in the workshop, I need you to finish putting together. I have drawn up design, completed the core mechanisms. The final assembly should be posed no problem for an engineer of your abilities. A new device. Does this mean you've used the whatever you say, Chief? I'll have it ready and waiting for you. Just be safe in there. Right. Back to the Rift Force. Let's finish these experiments and bring the fight to Omega itself. Let's go! Kick its ass, Seabass! What do you say? Hope you guys are enjoying your 4th of July. I had a pretty good barbecue. We didn't shoot off any fireworks. I'm a little too old for it. But I did enjoy the day. It was a pretty good day. Spent time with family, friends. Good food, loved ones. Can't beat it. Cannot beat it. Pardon me. Tired piercing stones. Yeah. Let me do this. There we go. Take my leap of death here. Alpha, Sid, how are you? Are you ready, Kalzarak? Ready to put an end to this? Or maybe I should do this alone. Ready to put an end to this. Alright, there's no room for hesitation. We press on, come what may. What about you, Alpha? You all set to go? Quee. Jake does a yes. That's the spirit. Let's dive right in, shall we? Interdimensional rift. There's Omega in the middle, being all creepy like. We're missing some test worlds. Omega's experiments are nearing an end. Welcome. Your arrival has been highly anticipated. And I will confirm your early suspicion. My experiments have indeed reached the final stage. Only of the 89 test subjects I've tried, 4 PSI group combatants emerged victorious. Of those 4, further conflict determined the strongest among them. This is the surviving specimen shall be your opponent. We've come to the last round of testing then. And should we win this battle, are we ready to face you in combat? Affirmative. Such an outcome will allow me to pursue my objective to its conclusion. I will continue announcing the qualities which allow you to prevail despite your frailty, and integrate said qualities into my own arsenal. I will be pleased if my experiments yield relevant data, but engaging you directly still is the most efficient, reliable testing method. Omitting unmilitary steps, abolition of combat potential determined superfluous, proceeding immediately with the final experiment. Stop. Alpha, your task is complete. Your presence among these test subjects is no longer required. What do you mean by that? I will guide your progress personally from this point onwards. Alpha's role in this transferring authority is now obsolete. Even so, Alpha is a valued companion. If he wishes to continue on with us, I have no intention of leaving him behind. Companion. Companions are those who provide mutual benefit. And since Alpha's authority became redundant, he has lost his sole qualification to be regarded as such. Furthermore, the primary function of Alpha's existence is to lure you into my domain. He is more accurately described as bait. Test subject Alpha can neither confirm nor deny my statement. He possesses no memories prior to his encounter with you. He was my first entry to I created here in this realm, my first and only attempt to recreate a being who shared your mundane parameters. I based his incarnation upon an ordinary life form, which one had somewhat bested an enemy whose strength rivaled my own. But observing the feeble creature in the heat of battle, I sought to understand the source of this contradiction. I repeated the experiment once, twice, 1,000 times, yet the results never deviated from the estimated projections. The test was abject failure, and thus resolved to adapt my methodology. I wish to focus instead upon simulating powerful opponents and summoning mortals of natural origins here to combat them. For Alpha, I devised a new purpose: erase his memory, implant a compulsion to return to me, and then eject him into our world, your world. Weak beings exhibit a tendency to form groups. I surmised that this instinctual behavior would aid Alpha in bringing me the test subjects I required, a function he has performed with adequate competency. You prick. Tell me something, Omega. Of the abilities of yours to regenerate matter, no matter how originally intended for creating other life forms, was it? Your query bears little reference to the topic in hand. Affirmative. I was equipped with matter-generating capabilities for the purpose of unlimited self-improvement and armament expansion. Fabricating life forms was not intended function, but the practice is not otherwise prohibited or problematic. I disagree with you there. As an engineer, I would advise against using such technology for a purpose outside its design. From the very start, you've been making the same mistakes. Even powerful subjects of your test world have made crippled and incomplete. It is conviction which drives those villains to terrible greatness, the same limitless conviction which allowed weakling heroes to overcome them. Do you not understand? and we will never lose to your creations, no matter how much stronger they should be according to your soulless calculations. Come, Castle Rock, let's be on our way. You too, Alpha. Come on. Okay. Put this prick in his place. Oh, pardon me. I have our base camp up and running. You can dive into the final test world whenever you wish. As for the world's inhabitant, Omega has generally provided us with a basic profile. Your opponent's name is Chaos. The first heroes defeated this evil in the conflict that took place so long ago. I'm having trouble separating myth from history. Unless, of course, this is an entry from another reality, as were the denizens of the SHAREfactory, in which case it may be pointless to even attempt to confirm the details. What is certain, however, that this chaos stands triumphant over the roster of truly monstrous test subjects. It promises to be a grueling battle, but one which will open the gate to fighting Omega itself. Alpha, you and I will need to provide support for Calzerac. Will you be my assistant? You're bothered by what Omega said earlier. Do you think you're responsible for dragging us into this mess? Trust me when I say this is not your fault. We were the ones who awakened Omega. We are the ones who need to deal with these consequences. Quay? Alpha, it's okay, buddy. By the way, do you still have that card you used to boil water in the kettle? It has been brought to my attention that I'm a spoiled blue blood who can't even refill a pot without constant reminders. Could you take charge of that? That would be most helpful. Quay? It's inconvenient without making our arms to translate his chirping. Still, the best medicine for his worries is for you to win the next contest. Let's show him you're on top of things, eh? Let's get this shit done. Duty Finder has been updated for your regular duty. Alphascape version 1. Alright kids, that's 6 minutes. So we'll wait and see. Till then, I will see you online. Alright folks, we're in Alphascape version 1. Didn't think we were going to get in this quick, but hey! We're gonna freaking do this. Going in blind, so I know nothing about this fight. Chaos sounds familiar. I think he's the first boss in the very first game. Or he's the last boss in the very first game. Yeah, I think he is. Pardon me. Beer and burgers coming back out for this 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to all my viewers. Kill him before he kills us. Alright, got it. Somebody's in that damn costume. Let's make some magic! Double stack, huh? Triple stack? No, I died. specify that, but yeah. Jesus, that was big. Again. Jesus Christ. That was a hell of a thing. The battle has concluded. Alpha Group is victorious. Also signals the completion of my experiments and the inconstable fact of your supremacy. And yet the process by which you constantly exceed your projected potential continues to confound my understanding. Is it possible the test subject said suspicions are correct, that my calculations and simulations are fundamentally flawed? Do mortals truly boast some indefinable quality that I do not possess and cannot measure? Yes. Error. Logic loop malfunction. Resolution requires additional data. If the nature of your existence defies standard reasoning, then I must examine you from an illogical angle. I will subject the unknown to the imperfect. Test subject counteract article. I will proceed to a supplementary stage. I have altered this test world to reflect a recorded memory. It originates in the time when the war erupted on a distant star. I was deployed on the battlefield, and there I was engaged with an enemy of unmatched strength. The contest ended prematurely, and I failed to bring down my foe. Subsequently, I lacked the data to fabricate a complete, accurate simulation. Results stemming from a subject are unreliable. Even should you be able or be defeated by this incomplete creation, I will still honor your previous victories and engage you in combat myself. This, of course, assuming you survive. According to my past observations, this opponent will accept only death as a condition of defeat. This is what I think it is. Let's make our sword. Yep, make our sword. I'm blocked. Yep, prepare to face Midgar Storm, Red Maiden Worm of the Dragon Star, and Nemesis of my world. This is not a fated specter that you know, or a mortal conjured synchron. You will contend with the true incarnation of the Father of Dragons, at the height of his power and glory. Well, that should be fun. Omega, wait. You can't force Calzerac to fight two battles back to back. He needs time to regain his strength. He must be allowed to recuperate, or the data you are testing will be skewed. Acknowledged. Test subject Calzerac Audigo. You're permitted to leave. Re-enter the test world when your strength has returned to optimal levels. crap. Thank you, Sid. Alpha's here. What else said? Quick. Alpha sees the stress and said is nowhere in sight. Kelzerak, I'm right here. I don't think you can see me, but I'm standing right next to Alpha. What? Alright, with that, our quest is ended. We can continue on with the next quest next time we join. Until then, bugs, may you always walk in the light of the crystal, and I will see you online.